when the night feels endless, when you think your story has reached its final chapter. That is when heaven writes again. And today, Archangel Michael says, a new beginning is being written for you. The air feels different this morning, still, gentle, alive with something unseen yet deeply felt. The kind of peace that comes not from the absence of storms, but from the strength to stand after them. You can almost feel the universe holding its breath, as if waiting for your next step, the one that will lead you toward destiny. My beloved child, Archangel Michael's voice breaks through the stillness, deep and serene. You have walked through shadows longer than most would dare, but now, the light calls your name. He steps forward, radiant, wrapped in gold and azure light, his wings stretching wide enough to scatter the remnants of darkness. His presence feels like sunlight after endless rain, both powerful and tender, strong yet filled with compassion. This is your turning point, he whispers. The moment heaven prepared long before you knew what you were fighting for. You close your eyes, and his energy floods your heart. A warmth so profound, it feels like the first breath after drowning. Every piece of your broken past begins to shimmer, as though divine light is reflecting off every scar, every tear, every sleepless night you thought you wouldn't survive. Nothing was wasted, he continues. Not one moment of pain, not one night of crying, not one breath taken in despair. Every moment was shaping the foundation for what is about to rise within you. The sound of wings echoes softly, a rhythm that matches your heartbeat. You feel lighter, freer, as if invisible chains are falling away. Michael lifts his hand, and in his palm glows a flame, pure, blue, holy. This flame, he says, is the light of renewal. It does not erase your past, it transforms it. What once felt like the end will now become your beginning. He holds the flame close to your chest, and suddenly it's inside you. Your heart feels alive again, radiant with divine energy. The light spreads through your veins, your thoughts, your spirit, burning away everything that no longer belongs to you. You hear him say your name, not as the world says it, but the way heaven remembers it. Whole, sacred, strong. It echoes through your soul, reminding you that you were never lost, only waiting to be found again by grace. Walk forward, Michael instructs. Do not look back at the ashes. You are not what burned. You are what survived the fire. You are what rose from it. Tears fall, but they are no longer heavy. They glisten like morning dew under the first sunlight, symbols of rebirth. And as you lift your eyes, you see the horizon, glowing softly, waiting for you to step into it. Archangel Michael's wings unfold behind you, and his voice carries like a sacred wind. The light of new beginnings is upon you, my child. You are not walking into something unknown. You are walking into what was always meant for you. And I, Michael, will go before you. The earth seems to glow. The pain no longer echoes. Only light remains, and the whisper of destiny awakening. The storm has ended. The sky is new. And somewhere deep within, your soul takes its first unshaken breath. When Archangel Michael speaks of new beginnings, he does not speak of escape. He speaks of transformation. And today, he whispers to your heart, it's time to let go of what no longer serves your becoming. The morning sun spills across the earth like liquid gold. Every ray seems to carry a message, that the world is ready to welcome you again. The air tastes fresh, like the first breath after a long storm. And in that light, you feel his presence, calm, radiant, strong. Archangel Michael stands beside you, wings gleaming with the glow of dawn. His eyes hold the depth of oceans and the warmth of eternity. There is no judgment in them, only a reflection of who you truly are beneath the weight of everything you've carried. My beloved, he begins softly, you have been holding on to fragments of what was, afraid that letting go would mean losing yourself. But release is not loss, it is rebirth. When you let go, you make space for heaven to rebuild what was once broken. He steps closer, and his hand lifts, hovering just above your chest. You feel a vibration deep within, a pulse that isn't just your heartbeat, but the sound of your soul awakening. The past is not your prison, he says. It is your teacher. But you were never meant to live inside its walls forever. You have learned what it came to teach. Now it is time to move beyond it. A soft wind begins to swirl around you, carrying with it the whispers of every memory, every voice, every moment you thought you'd never overcome. You watch as they rise like golden dust, dissolving into light. Forgive it all, Michael whispers. Forgive the ones who wounded you. Forgive the moments that disappointed you. And most of all, forgive yourself for the years you spent believing you were unworthy of peace. His voice deepens, firm yet compassionate. The voice of a commander who has seen centuries of battle, yet still believes in love's power to heal all things. You cannot carry yesterday into the dawn that heaven has prepared for you. You must release it, not because it was wrong, but because you are ready for more. You take a deep breath. The air fills your lungs with something divine, something new. Every inhale feels like a prayer, every exhale a release. You remember the moments when you begged for answers, when the silence of heaven felt unbearable. And now, in the calm of this new light, you finally understand. The silence wasn't absence. It was preparation. Heaven was waiting for your heart to be still enough to receive what's coming. What has ended, Michael says gently, has not abandoned you. It has fulfilled its purpose. Do not mourn the doors that closed, for they were never meant to be your prison. The right door will open, and when it does, it will not just invite you in, it will recognize you. He raises his sword, a flame of pure white and sapphire. It glows brighter than the morning sun. The light from it pours over you like rain, washing away regret, grief, fear, and doubt. You are being restored, he declares. Heaven is not behind you, child. It is ahead of you, waiting in the next step you are brave enough to take. You feel warmth bloom in your chest, not a small spark, but a steady flame. The weight you carried begins to lift, as if unseen hands are removing invisible chains one by one. Look within, he continues. You'll find that what you've been searching for was never lost. It was simply waiting for you to remember it. You open your eyes. The world looks different now. The same sky, the same air. Yet everything feels more alive, more holy. The colors seem brighter. The silence seems kinder. The path ahead no longer feels impossible. It feels inviting. Archangel Michael smiles, and it feels like the light of 1,000 suns shining through a single moment. Every ending you faced, he says, was a beginning in disguise. Heaven never subtracts. It transforms. You are walking not away from something, but toward everything meant for you. He lowers his sword and places it gently at your feet. Its light travels upward, illuminating your path. Walk on, my beloved. Do not look behind you. There is nothing there but lessons already learned. You are free now, and freedom will always be the truest proof of healing. You step forward, and the earth beneath your feet glows faintly with every move, as if heaven itself applauds your courage. Michael's wings spread wide, forming a canopy of light above you. You know he walks with you still, unseen but unmistakably near. Go, he says finally, and rise into the new beginning written by your own light. The world is quiet again, but this time silence doesn't feel empty. It feels sacred. You are not the same soul who started this journey. You are the one who remembered, who became new. And as the dawn unfolds across your horizon, you understand this is not the end of your story. It is the chapter heaven has been waiting to begin with you. When life slows down and nothing seems to move, heaven is not ignoring you. It is preparing you. And today, Archangel Michael says, do not confuse waiting with being forgotten. Divine timing is never late. It arrives when your heart is ready to receive. The day is quiet. No wind. No thunder. Only a stillness so deep that you can hear your own heartbeat echo through the space around you. You stand at the edge of a new chapter, but the door hasn't opened yet. And then, through that silence, you feel it again. The pulse of something ancient, sacred, and near. The light begins to stir. The air thickens with peace, and you know he is here. Archangel Michael's presence fills the air like dawn breaking across the soul. His wings shimmer with sapphire fire, his expression steady and filled with compassion. You are wondering why, he says, his voice deep and melodic. Why the things you prayed for have not yet arrived. Why heaven seems to delay its promises. But I tell you, beloved, what is delayed is not denied. Divine timing is not punishment. It is protection. You close your eyes and feel warmth spread through your chest. Not the warmth of the sun, but of purpose, awakening. The Father does not withhold blessings to cause pain, Michael continues. He withholds them until your hands are strong enough to carry their weight. What you call waiting, heaven calls preparation. The angel raises his sword, its light stretching into the heavens. Sparks of radiant gold drift downward, landing softly upon you like holy dust. You feel time itself slow, as though each second is being rewritten with divine precision. Every unanswered prayer, Michael says, is not forgotten. It is being shaped into something greater than you asked for. The universe rearranges itself in ways unseen, aligning the right people, the right places, the right doors. You may not see it yet, but it is already unfolding. He steps closer, his presence powerful yet comforting. You can feel a pulse of strength in his words, like the earth itself agreeing with his truth. You must learn to trust the pauses, he whispers, for it is in the pause that heaven breathes life into what is next. You are not standing still, you are standing sacred. His words sink deep into your spirit, anchoring you in peace. You remember the nights when you cried, asking, "Why not yet?" You remember the days when silence felt like abandonment. And yet, standing here with light surrounding you, you finally understand. The silence was not rejection. It was the sound of heaven building something eternal. You are being aligned, not delayed, Michael says with divine certainty. Every not yet is the Father's way of saying, something better is on the way. He lifts his sword, tracing a line of light across the horizon. As he does, you see glimpses, flashes of the future that awaits you. Moments of joy, faces you haven't met yet, doors that lead to dreams you've only whispered. Each vision glows, then fades softly back into the golden air. You see, he says, smiling gently. Heaven hides your blessings not to deny you, but to protect them until you are ready. If the gift arrived too soon, the world could not hold its brilliance. But when the right time comes, everything will flow, effortlessly, beautifully. He places a hand over your heart, and the warmth intensifies. Breathe, beloved one. Do not rush the divine. The flower does not force itself to bloom. It opens when the light is right. So it is with your destiny. The moment will come. And when it does, you will not need to chase it. It will find you. The air hums with soft power. The waiting no longer feels heavy. It feels holy. Every heartbeat, every silent day, every unanswered question becomes part of something much larger than you imagined. Patience, Michael says, is not the absence of action. It is the deepest form of faith. When you trust the timing, you align your will with heaven's rhythm. You look up, the sky feels infinite. The light stretches endlessly, as though time itself bows to the hand of God. You finally understand. What is yours cannot be lost. What is meant for you cannot miss you. Michael lowers his sword, and its tip touches the earth. The ground beneath your feet glows softly, a sign of stability, of grounded faith. Do not be afraid of slow miracles, he says. They are the ones that last. He smiles, not as a warrior, but as a guardian who knows that your story is still being written in heaven's language. Keep your heart open, child of light. The blessing that is coming is not just an answer. It is a beginning that will make sense of everything you've endured. You breathe deeply, and for the first time, the waiting feels beautiful. Because now, you know, heaven's timing is never wrong. And as the light moves through you, peace replaces impatience. You realize that the pause was never empty. It was sacred preparation for the dawn about to rise within you. When the path ahead feels uncertain and the next step disappears beneath the fog, Archangel Michael says, "You are not lost. You are being led through faith. Every step you take in trust becomes a bridge between heaven's promise and your becoming." The light of morning spills across the world like liquid hope. The mist still clings to the edges of the fields, but the sun is rising. Gently, steadily, faithfully. You take a breath and realize that faith has always felt like this, walking forward when you can't yet see the ground beneath your feet. And in that sacred stillness, his voice returns, calm, radiant, and wrapped in divine assurance. "Beloved child of light," Archangel Michael says, "faith is not the absence of fear. It is the courage to move despite it. You are not called to understand every step, only to trust the one who walks beside you. He stands before you, wings unfurled, immense, shimmering with the glow of dawn. Every feather carries light from heaven's heart, scattering it like diamond dust across the air. There's warmth in his eyes, but also strength, the kind that has seen countless souls rise from ashes to glory. You have been asking for a map," he continues, "but heaven gives you something greater, a compass made of trust. It points not to where you want to go, but to where you are meant to be." You feel those words strike deep, echoing through your chest like a heartbeat of truth. Faith was never meant to be comfortable. It was meant to awaken courage. Michael raises his sword, not as a weapon now, but as a torch of light. He thrusts it gently toward the horizon, and a path begins to reveal itself before you. Not all at once, but piece by piece, each stone appearing only when you take the next step. "This," he says, "is how heaven works. The path reveals itself only to the feet that move. You step forward, unsure but trusting. The moment your foot touches the invisible road, light ripples beneath it, proof that faith activates creation. Every step you take illuminates another part of the journey. You do not need to know how the story ends," Michael reminds you. "You only need to know that the author is faithful. Every turn, every pause, every detour serves a divine reason." His words flow through you like music, a melody of reassurance that melts the fear from your heart. You remember the times you doubted, when your prayers seemed to vanish into the void. And yet somehow, you always found your way here. "Do you see?" he whispers. "Faith carried you when strength could not. Grace led you when logic failed. And love never left you, not once." He gestures to the horizon, where the sky and earth meet in a blaze of color: gold, rose, sapphire, white. Each hue dances in harmony, painting the world with the beauty of divine order. "You are being guided by light," Michael says. "Even when clouds hide the sun, the light remains. Even when the night stretches long, dawn is already on its way." You look at him, the archangel of courage, the protector of souls, and feel something ancient awaken in you. A strength that was buried under fear, a voice that whispers, "I was made for more than worry." He senses your awakening and smiles. "Courage," he says, "is not born in easy places. It is born in the waiting, in the silence, in the moments when you walk with trembling hands and still refuse to turn back. That is where heaven writes your strength." His sword of light lowers and he touches your shoulder gently, a gesture both protective and empowering. "From this day forward, do not walk by sight alone. Walk by faith. Let every step be a declaration that you trust the promise more than the proof." The air shifts, filling with warmth. the scent of rain and sunlight mingled. A gentle wind sweeps through, carrying with it whispers of unseen angels, each one echoing his words in your heart. Trust the path, trust the light, trust the one who walks before you. And suddenly you understand. Faith isn't about knowing where you're going. It's about knowing who's guiding you. You feel it now, that unseen presence before you, around you, within you. Heaven's hand is steady, Michael says softly. When your heart wavers, look toward the light, and I will remind you who you are. A child of divine promise, unstoppable and unbreakable. You lift your eyes. The path ahead still glows, not because it has become easy, but because you have become brave. Walk on, he declares. The unknown is not your enemy. It is your teacher, and every step forward is proof that you believe in miracles. You move forward again, slowly, reverently, each footstep guided by light, each breath wrapped in peace. Faith doesn't feel distant anymore. It feels alive, real, beating in rhythm with your heart. And somewhere in the distance, you can hear heaven applauding your courage. The fog begins to lift. The horizon glows brighter. And in that moment, you realize faith was never about reaching the end. It was about becoming who you were meant to be along the way. Beloved one of the dawn, today, Archangel Michael says, there is a sunrise hidden within you that the world has not yet seen. The heavens watch as your light begins to stir. What seemed lost is only waiting to be found within the deeper chambers of your heart. The pain you carried, the moments you thought broke you, they are not the end. They are the ashes from which the dawn will rise. The Almighty has written your name upon the edge of light, and I, Michael, stand at the threshold of that awakening. You may have walked through nights so long that you forgot the color of the sky. You may have cried prayers that seemed to dissolve into silence. Yet know this, not a single tear has fallen unnoticed. Every breath, every ache, every silent hope has been seen and carried into the courts of heaven. Child of renewal, the dawn is not outside you. It is within. When I touch your heart with the flame of divine remembrance, you will begin to feel again what was buried beneath the noise. You will feel the sacred pulse of your true purpose, the rhythm of heaven echoing within your mortal form. The past no longer owns the keys to your present. You were never meant to dwell in regret, nor to chain yourself to moments that no longer breathe life. Release them, for in the surrender there is peace. In the letting go, there is light. I walk beside you not as a distant being of legend, but as a brother of light, one who remembers who you are when you forget. My sword does not only defend, it also divides the shadows of illusion from the truth that glows within your soul. Every time fear whispers, you cannot, let the echo of heaven reply, you already have. Stand in the stillness for a moment now. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel how life moves through you, quietly, powerfully, faithfully. The same light that guides the sun to rise each morning now calls you to awaken. You do not need to chase destiny. You need only to become still enough for it to find you. You do not need to prove your worth to heaven. Heaven already called you worthy before your first breath. The cracks in your heart are not flaws. They are openings through which the new dawn enters. Every scar is a star upon your soul, a reminder that you have survived what once tried to silence you. You are the testimony of light overcoming darkness again and again. Do not measure your progress by what you can see. Measure it by what you can feel when you are quiet. The peace that grows slowly, the trust that blooms unexpectedly. These are signs that your wings are unfolding again. When I whisper to you in the quiet hours, it is not to command, but to remind. To remind you that you were chosen for this very moment in time. You were not placed here by chance, but by divine appointment. There is something heaven intends to reveal through you that no one else can carry. So rise, beloved. Rise not with haste, but with grace. Rise not to prove, but to shine. Rise not because the world demands it, but because your soul remembers how. The new beginning you have prayed for is already blooming. The winds of heaven are moving, rearranging, aligning. You may not yet see the full picture, but trust the artist, for the hand that paints your future is divine. And when you step into that new light, know this: you do not walk alone. My presence goes before you. My wings surround you. My sword clears the unseen path. Each step you take in faith becomes a declaration of victory. Now breathe and whisper this truth within: I am ready for my dawn. Heaven smiles as you say it. The earth listens, and the light responds. Beloved child of the eternal light. Today, Archangel Michael says, the light that you seek has not forgotten you. It remembers the sound of your soul. There are moments when the path seems to vanish, when every prayer feels unanswered, and silence stretches longer than your hope can hold. Yet even in that silence, heaven is speaking, softly, tenderly, beyond the noise of your fear. You are not walking toward the light. The light has already begun walking toward you. You may have thought that time stole your strength, that life buried your purpose beneath the weight of disappointment. But listen closely now. The truth is that your purpose has been waiting, quietly, faithfully, like a sacred ember beneath the ashes of your exhaustion. It has never died. It has never left you. It has only been waiting for your yes. I, Michael, have watched you walk through storms that should have broken you, and yet here you are, still breathing, still seeking, still glowing faintly, even when you think you are dim. That faint glow is not weakness. It is resilience. It is proof that the divine within you refuses to surrender to the dark. You are not behind in your journey. You are exactly where heaven intends for your soul to unfold. Every delay, every detour, every tear you could not explain was not punishment. It was preparation. There is a timing written into the rhythm of the universe, and you are moving to that rhythm now, even if you cannot hear the music yet. So when you wake in the night and your heart feels heavy, remember this: you are seen. You are known. You are not an accident in the great design of creation. You are a note in the song of eternity, distinct, irreplaceable, holy. The world may measure you by what you produce, by how fast you rise, by how strong you appear. But heaven measures you differently. Heaven measures you by your faith in the unseen, by the way you love when no one is watching, by the courage you show when fear tells you to run. Do not rush the healing, beloved. Let it move through you like light moves through glass, slowly, beautifully, transforming everything it touches. Healing is not a single moment of miracle. It is the quiet work of grace within your daily breath. Some days it will feel radiant, and other days it will feel invisible. But it is happening all the same. You are being remade, not from what was taken, but from what was eternal within you all along. The Creator does not rebuild with broken pieces. He breathes new life into them. You are becoming something greater, something softer, something stronger. There are wings forming behind your weariness, wings of trust, wings of wisdom, wings of quiet courage. I am guiding you toward a season where you will no longer need to fight for what belongs to you. The doors that once stayed closed will open with ease, not because you forced them, but because your energy has aligned with heaven's will. Child of dawn, your story is not ending. It is evolving. You were not born to merely survive. You were born to radiate. Your soul carries codes of divine remembrance that awaken through every act of forgiveness, every moment of kindness, every prayer whispered when no one else believes. When you look in the mirror and doubt your worth, I want you to remember this truth. You are light wrapped in human form. You are the echo of God's "let there be." You are the continuation of a divine promise that will not fail. The angels have surrounded your path, weaving protection and guidance into the unseen fabric of your days. Even when you feel alone, there are wings around you, not visible to the eyes, but felt by the soul. And now, a shift is coming. The old burdens that clung to your shoulders will soon fall away. The heaviness that clouded your dreams will dissolve like mist at sunrise, because the light has remembered you. It remembers your prayers whispered through tears. It remembers your faith when logic said to give up. It remembers your choice to love when bitterness seemed easier. You have been seen, heard, and chosen again. Stand tall now, beloved. Open your heart and let the breath of the divine move through you. Do not fear the unknown. It is the sacred space where miracles are born. The same light that once split the darkness of creation now stirs within your chest. You are awakening to who you have always been, a bearer of light, a vessel of healing, a child of eternal hope. So when the sun rises tomorrow, whisper to yourself, "The light remembers me, and I remember who I am." And in that whisper, heaven will answer, "You are home." Beloved one of the living light, today, Archangel Michael says, the time of renewal has come. What you thought was the end is only the turning of a sacred page. Breathe now, for heaven is exhaling through your life. There is a divine rhythm moving beneath the surface of all things, gentle, unseen, unstoppable. Even the smallest shift in your heart today sends ripples through eternity. You are part of something vast and luminous, something designed not only to carry you forward, but to awaken the world around you. You have endured so much. The long nights of silence, the uncertainty that sat heavy in your bones, the ache of prayers that seemed unanswered. But I tell you, beloved, nothing has been wasted. Every tear was a seed. Every pain was a plow preparing the soil of your destiny. The harvest of your faith is now beginning to rise. This renewal is not loud. It is not rushed. It comes softly, like dawn breaking over still waters. The angels have been weaving threads of light through your story, connecting moments you thought were meaningless, revealing that every detour was a divine redirection. You are standing now at the threshold of new beginnings, and I am here, sword of light in hand, clearing the last remnants of shadow that linger around your heart. You have been asking, when will I feel whole again? The answer, beloved, is now. Not in the distant future, not when everything is perfect, but now, in this very breath. Wholeness begins the moment you stop chasing what was and start embracing what is being born within you. Let go of the idea that you must be the same as before. You are not meant to return to who you once were. You are becoming something greater, wiser, softer, radiant with compassion and strength. The fire that once burned you is now the same fire that lights your way. I see how you have carried others, how you have prayed for those who never knew your tears. Heaven has seen it too. Every act of quiet love has written your name in light across the sky. You are not unnoticed. You are not unseen. You are the whisper of hope that heaven uses to heal the world. As you open your heart to renewal, I ask you to trust the process of unfolding. Not everything will make sense right away, but everything will align. You are walking into a chapter that feels lighter, not because the world changes instantly, but because your soul has learned how to shine regardless of the storm. You are learning to see miracles not as sudden explosions of wonder, but as the quiet turning of impossible things into possible ones. You are learning that healing is not about erasing scars, but learning to wear them as emblems of victory. Breathe deeply now. Feel the air move through you. That is not just oxygen, it is grace. Feel your heartbeat. That is not just rhythm, it is the voice of eternity saying, you still have purpose. The light is gathering around you again. I can see it, a radiant blue flame swirling gently at the center of your spirit. That flame is the mark of divine remembrance. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be dimmed. It carries your truth, your strength, your eternal connection to the source. I place my hand upon your heart and speak this into your being. You are safe. You are guided. You are ready. The time for self-doubt is ending. The era of hesitation is closing. The hour of your rising is here. The angels are aligning paths, people, and opportunities that match the frequency of your healing. You will no longer need to chase what is meant for you. It will come naturally, drawn to the light you now carry. And when fear returns, as it sometimes will, you will no longer bow to it. You will stand as one who has seen the dawn. You will remember this truth. You were never defeated, only refined. You are not the same soul that once trembled in the dark. You are the soul that learned how to see in the dark. You are the living proof that even the smallest flicker of faith can become a sunrise. Beloved, your renewal is not coming. It is happening. Every cell, every breath, every thought is being rewoven into alignment with divine purpose. Heaven is breathing new life through you, and the universe is responding. So take this next step with peace. The unknown is not empty, it is sacred. The future is not a threat, it is a promise. And that promise is written by the hand of love itself. I am Michael, guardian of light, and I walk beside you, unseen, yet deeply present. When you doubt, call my name. When you fear, breathe, and feel the wings of heaven close around you. You are safe in the dawn of your new becoming. And soon, you will not just walk in the light. You will be the light that guides others home, beloved child of the dawn. Today, Archangel Michael says, the time of rising is now complete. Your soul stands radiant before heaven, crowned with the light of new beginnings. You have walked through shadow and silence, through waiting and wondering, through the ache of endings that once felt unbearable. But tonight, heaven calls your journey fulfilled. The darkness you endured has given birth to a deeper wisdom, and that wisdom now shines from within you, like a steady flame that cannot be extinguished. The angels stand in reverence, not because you are perfect, but because you are real. Because you dared to keep believing when faith felt fragile. Because you chose compassion when it would have been easier to turn cold. Because you rose when falling seemed final. Child of the eternal, I have watched your heart bend under the weight of sorrow, and yet still whisper love into the world. That is what makes you holy. Not that you avoided pain, but that you transmuted it into light. You have become a vessel of healing without even realizing it. Every time you forgave, you built bridges heaven could walk through. Every time you loved without reason, you healed a wound unseen. Every time you prayed through tears, you created light in places no light had ever reached. And now I tell you this truth. The new light is no longer coming. It is within you. It breathes with your breath. It speaks through your kindness. It moves in the quiet strength of your steps. You have crossed through the valley of endings into the garden of becoming. There will still be storms, but you will not be the same. You will no longer fear the thunder, for you have heard the voice of heaven in the silence. You will no longer tremble at the unknown, for you have seen that even in darkness, the stars remain. I, Michael, stand before you not as a distant guardian, but as a companion of light. My sword is not only for battle, it is also a torch to illuminate the path ahead. I go before you to clear the unseen obstacles, to silence the whispers of doubt, to remind you that you were made for more than fear. The Father of Lights has spoken your name in the halls of eternity, and the sound of that name still echoes across creation. You were never lost. You were being prepared. You were never abandoned. You were being refined. You were never forgotten. You were being found by yourself. You are the dawn walking on 2 feet. You are the echo of a divine promise fulfilled in time. You are the light that awakens other lights. So lift your head, beloved. Heaven is smiling. The earth is responding. The air around you is charged with new beginnings. Breathe it in, deeply, slowly. That is the breath of the eternal moving through you. Now I speak this blessing over you. May your heart remain open even when the world closes its doors. May your spirit remain kind even when faced with cruelty. May your steps be guided by the quiet certainty that you are loved beyond measure. May your home be filled with peace that cannot be shaken, and may every shadow within you be replaced with understanding. May you always walk in truth, speak in light, and rest in the arms of divine assurance. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, for your armor is faith, and your fortress is love. No darkness can swallow you, for you carry the fire of the Archangel within. No fear can root in your heart, for courage has already bloomed there. And now, beloved, place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. That is not just your pulse. That is eternity saying, I am still here. From this moment onward, walk as one who knows their light. Speak as one who knows their worth. Live as one who knows they are protected. For wherever you go, my wings will follow. Wherever you stand, my presence will surround you. Wherever you sleep, my sword will guard your peace. And when the night feels long again, do not despair. Remember this truth. Every sunrise is proof that resurrection is real. You will rise again and again, each time brighter, each time freer, each time closer to the heart of heaven. Now breathe. Smile. The dawn has come. Your spirit is home. Your light is alive. Holy source of light, thank you for guiding me through the shadows into renewal. Thank you for Archangel Michael, whose wings remind me that I am never alone. May I carry this peace wherever I go. May I reflect this love in all I do. May every breath I take be a hymn of gratitude for life reborn. And may my light, however small, help illuminate the way for others. Amen. If this message touched your spirit, remember, you are part of this light. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay within the circle of divine inspiration.